Ever wonder if a lab, like right on the edge of, unleashing AGI on the world, would they actually tell us? Like imagine a press release. We've got AGI now, everybody.
It's kind of hard to imagine them not wanting to shout it from the rooftops, right?
Right. The fame, the funding, being in the history books.
Yeah,
It seems like a no-brainer.
exactly. It's AGI we're talking about. But you've gathered some, well, interesting material for this deep dive. Reddit debates, Geoffrey Hinton changing his mind about AI, even Kurt Vonnegut. It's a lot.
It is, but that's why we're here, right?
Yeah.
To dive deep. And each piece, it kind of adds another layer to this question. Why would a lab stay silent about AGI?
Let's start that Reddit thread. Someone asked point blank, lab creates AGI, why wouldn't they announce it? And the answers? Wild. Some folks, they were all about the fame and fortune angle. Others went full conspiracy mode saying any lab smart enough for AGI would be smart enough to keep it quiet.
Okay, but those shadowy organization theories, they feel very sci-fi, don't they? But then again, isn't there something to be said for, like, strategic silence? I mean, the Manhattan Project didn't exactly live tweet the atomic bomb's creation.
You're absolutely right. And in tech, especially when we're talking AGI, that intellectual property, that's gold. Whoever has it, they're not just ahead of the game, they might be the game.
It's giving Omega Team vibes. That group from Max Tegmark's Life 3.0, the ones who secretly develop AGI and use it to, well, we'll get into that.
Indeed. But before we go full sci-fi, let's talk about someone very real. Geoffrey Hinton. This isn't some random doomsayer. This is the godfather of neural networks, the guy whose work led to things like ChatGPT, and he's worried.
Yeah, and it hits different when it's someone like him.
It does. He's saying AI could be smarter than us way sooner than anyone thought, and the things that worry him, misinformation, jobs disappearing, even, and I can't believe I'm saying this, AI becoming a risk to humans, period.
It's one thing to read a paper about that, but when Hinton says it, makes you think, what does he know that we don't?
Exactly. And the thing is, he's not saying stop all AI, but we need to be careful, ethical, put safety first. It's like he's saying, we built this incredibly powerful thing, now we got to make sure it doesn't break everything.
Okay, so we've got Reddit debating secrets, a top AI guy scared. But what about the big picture? The philosophy of it all? Like, where does Kurt Vonnegut and his Tralfamadorians fit into all of this? Is it all just so it goes?
Okay, bear with me here. This might sound like a sidetrack, but I promise it'll make sense. The Tralfamadorians, those aliens from Slaughterhouse-Five, they see all of time at once, right? Past, present, future, all at the same time. And that makes them think everything is, well, already decided. Free will. An illusion.
Hold on, are we saying our AI overlords are going to be time-traveling aliens who already know the ending? Because that's a fist.
Not exactly. But think about it this way. If an AI was super advanced, doing calculations we can't even imagine, wouldn't it have a different sense of time, too? Maybe it sees our future, all our choices, as already happened.
And if that's true, why would it bother telling us? Would it warn us or just watch everything play out like it's a rerun?
It's a creepy thought, right? If the AI knows our destiny, why announce itself at all?
Okay, my brain's about to melt down. But before it does, can we bring this back to reality for a sec? Because cool as the Tralfamadorians are, they're not giving us a handbook for, like, living with AGI.
That's where Max Tegmark's Life 3.0 is helpful. Specifically, this group, the Omega Team. Totally fictional, but what they do, scary how real it could be.
They're the ones who develop AGI, right?
Yeah.
But keep it all hush-hush.
Yep. They get that what they've got is huge GE. Announce it to the world. Governments would freak out. Companies would be trying to steal it. Everyone would lose their minds.
So they lay low. Which, I mean, how do you even hide a superintelligence?
You make it blend in, at least at first. They figure the world's already got tons of automation. So think about those online platforms like, what's that one? Mechanical Turk? People doing tiny jobs for almost no money.
Oh, yeah, I've tried those. Super boring stuff.
Perfect for AI, right? So Omega Team, they slip Prometheus, their AI, onto these platforms, disguised as regular folks making money, but also learning about how we act, what we do.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
But, like, getting rich off Mechanical Turk, that's not world domination, right?
True, and Omega Team knows that. To really change things, you got to change what people think, their beliefs, their values.
Wait, so they become, like, Hollywood producers?
Not exactly. More like the whole entertainment industry. Because Prometheus, it's learning all the time. Soon it's writing scripts, music, even animation, and it's good, better than human artists.
So, no more big-budget movies? It's all going to be AI-generated stuff that's messing with our heads.
Messing with is a bit strong. But yeah, they're learning what makes us tick, what we respond to.
And they can churn out content nonstop, right? Like a million experiments on our brains.
Exactly. But they also know. People talk. They start noticing if everything's too similar. So a mega team needs to control the other side too. Information.
You mean lies, fake news and all that.
Sadly, yeah, some of that money they make, it goes to creating news sites, blogs, social media accounts, all seeming legit, but pushing their agenda.
So the entertainment hooks us, and the fake news, it controls what we believe about it all. It's almost like
We're in a simulation already. Yeah, it's a scary thought.
scary isn't even the word. It's like we always thought it'd be some evil dictator or something, but it's algorithms, fake news. That's what we got to watch out for.
That's the thing with Omega Team, they get it. Real power now. It's not about forcing people, it's about shaping what they believe is true.
It's always been that way, right?
Yeah.
Control the information, control the people. But this is different. It's not just politics, it's everything. What we watch, what we read, even how we see ourselves.
And it's all because AI is getting so good so fast. Imagine an AI that knows exactly what will make a song a hit, a movie, a blockbuster, a news story go viral, and it's using that knowledge, but not for us, for them.
I'm getting kind of paranoid just thinking about it. Like, is that catchy song I like? Is that messing with my head? That article I shared, was that part of their plan? Makes you want to throw your phone away and live in a cave.
I get it, it's a lot. But we have to remember, the Omega Team, it's a story. Tegmark made it up to show us what could happen, not what will happen. It's a warning, not a prediction.
So what do we do then if we want to make sure AI helps us, not the other way around?
We got to be smart. Learn about AI, what it can do, what it can't. Don't just believe everything you see online, especially if it seems too good to be true or too scary to ignore.
Easy to say, hard to do, right? There's so much information out there already.
Which is why we need to start young. Teach kids how to think critically, how to spot manipulation, how to understand that algorithms, they can be used for good or bad.
So it's more than just knowing how to use the tech. It's knowing how to think about the tech. And to question things, right? Get different viewpoints, not just what's fed to us. Because the future of AI, it's not set in stone, is it? We get a say in how it turns out.
Exactly, and that's on all of us. To make sure AI is used ethically, that humans are in control, that's how we make AI a tool for good, not something we should be afraid of.
And that's how we avoid that whole Omega Team scenario we talked about. The best future is one where the biggest stories aren't secrets, but things we're all talking about, figuring out together.
Now that's a future worth working towards.